Hi guys, welcome to the channel. So today I have a new art journal video, and this is a page in my 100-day project art journal. So I'm starting by attempting to do the packaging technique to just make a bit of a central point of colour, but I didn't gesso on my page, and this paper isn't exactly mixed media paper, so it absorbs the paint and the mist very quickly and gives it very little time to move and blend. So I decided to go with it and actually spray more ink to the page and just create more of a focal point. Yes, it did go through, but that doesn't bother me because I will just gesso over the page, so it's no big deal. So all I'm doing now is I'm using a stencil, and yes, I'm not using paint, I'm using more of my my Dylusion spray in London Blue. I had it out, it was quick and easy, and it was something new to try. I didn't really feel like using paint, so I'm just spraying it onto my packaging and using that as a palette, and then just painting it straight through the stencil. And it was a good way to contain the colour without using paint, because the paint would have had a different consistency than the mist, and I wanted to keep the same tone, same colour, same texture. So that's why I decided to use the mist with a paintbrush and paint through my stencil, so that way I got to contain the colour and pick the triangles that I wanted. So I've been on the hunt for the perfect pen. I have many pens. I ruin a lot of pens because I'm too impatient to wait for my media to dry. And on my quest for the perfect pen, I came across this Feudaball pen. I'm in love. It is a beautiful pen. It writes beautifully on paint and ink, and it's so smooth. So definitely if you are an art journaler and looking for a good pen, give it a try. It really is a lot of fun. My goal of this page was to try and leave some white space. If you've seen any of my videos before, and at the end of this 100-day project, I'll even do a flick through of my journal, and you will see I do struggle a lot to leave white space. I love paint, I love mist, I love making a creative mess, and I fill up my canvas that is in front of me, whether it be paper or anything. I tend to fill it, so I'm working on white space, and that's what I wanted to do with this layout. And I really like having a focal point. Obviously I've got that circle of colour there, which I've drawn a circle on to emphasize it even more. And then I'm looking for a focal point, like an image as a focal point, and I'm going to my good old my favorite stamps. These are my favorite stamps to use. I like to put them onto some white cardstock or paper first, roughly fussy cut them out, and then use them. As you can see, I always have extras. They're always floating around. And so that's what I'm using as a focal point. I'm just cutting out 2 of the hearts, and I'm going to glue them down and use that as my focal point. And then I'm going to go and get my most favourite phrase stickers from Flutterby Designs, and find one of my favourite phrases, and the one I use on this one is "Let your crazy shine bright." Quite fitting, I think. I love it. I love the quirky sentiments that this sticker sheet has. So just adhering those hearts down now, and that's going to be it for my page. So I'm really enjoying this project. It's a great way to get creative for, just carve out a few minutes of my day to get creative and make some pretty art. And at the end of 100 days, I'm going to have a full journal, so I'm really looking forward to that. And as you can see, there are a few blank pages back here and there when I've missed a day or two, which like the day before. This was page day 34, so that was May 4th. No, sorry, it was day 30, May the 4th. And as you can see, the day before was blank, but I can just go back and fill that in when I have some extra time. But for the most part, I am sticking to this really well. And that's what I love, finding that time every day to get creative in my journal. So I'm really enjoying this project. I'd love to see or hear about your creative endeavours if you're taking part in the 100-day project too. So let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back later in the week with another video. Bye!